Indeed, we are live and direct here at WYEP, and we have a lovely audience of WYEP members. Please let yourself be known. And with us today, we have very special guest, Sharon Van Etten, and with her is Heather Wood Broderick. The new album is called Are We There? We're going to talk about that, but before we do anything, we'd love to hear a song.
Okay. This song is called Tarifa. Hit the ground, the yard I found something I could taste your mouth. Shut the door. Now in the sun tanning, you were so just looking across the sky. Can't remember, I can't recall, no, I can't remember anything at all.
Live and Direct here at 91.3 WYEP with Sharon Van Etten. Are We There is the name of her new album. You held up pretty well in that one. Those pesky tour colds, right?
Oh yeah, we went to Europe for a couple of weeks, and it was a whirlwind. It was pretty aggressive. We did 7 cities in 10 days, and 2 of the days off were 12-hour drive days, and you put 6 people in a van together. Someone's bound to get sick and give it to everybody else. So I was the jerk that did that to everybody else in the van.
You know, being a touring musician, I think a lot of people don't get the work ethic that you have to have.
Yeah, it's pretty intense because you have to be at a venue usually by 4 o'clock, and it's usually about a 6-hour drive to get there. And if you really want to show some love to the town, you stop by the local radio station and meet people and talk to people, and then you might have an hour before the show to eat, and then you all have to decide on what you're going to play together to see who feels comfortable, confident about what songs. Then after the show, I try to go to the merch table if my throat is still feeling okay. And our set is about an hour and a half, so that's a lot of singing. And then, you know, we still have to pack up and move everything back into the van. And then by then it's around 1 in the morning. And then you decide, do we want to see the town and have a drink somewhere? Or do we just go back to the hotel and fall asleep so we can make the lobby call at 9 a.m.? And that's about 5 days a week at least, you know, of that. And, you know, this is our 4th show in a row tonight. We have a 5th show in a row tomorrow. And then we have 2 days to drive from Nashville to Denver. So, but we love what we do.
But then you get to go back on your private jet, your Learjet,
Yeah.
and go to the south of France.
I just want you guys to see the van that picks us up out front. It's like, are they going to go on a rafting trip or something?
I'm sure part of what keeps you sane on the road, though, is the people that you work with. And I want to put a little bit of a spotlight here on Heather, who's been touring with you. And I want you to talk a little bit about how important it is to have not just somebody on the road that, you know, that you share things with and that you trust, but also that when you get out on stage, that you have a connection with.
Well, it's really amazing to sing with Heather. And it's really special to work, too, with another songwriter who has the sensibility of knowing when to lean in and when to hang back. She has her own project called, it's under her name, Heather Woods Broderick, and it is some of the most beautiful music you'll ever hear. And she has a new record she's working on, and I can't wait for it to see the light of day. But I've never been able to sing with someone like Heather. I used to do choir growing up, and you know, there you're used to blending with everybody else. You're part of the same unit. Well, being in a band is a lot different because there is the main singer usually, but the focus of most of the songs are the vocals. It's plural, and we do support each other. And when I'm having weak moments on stage, if I need to center myself, I either close my eyes to like not cry, or I look over to Heather and she grounds me. You know, she's my rock on stage for sure. Any comments, Heather?
I can't speak right now.
You've worked with a lot of famous people. There's always attention drawn to the fact that, oh, you know, Justin Vernon and you know, Zach Condren and a lot of other people too. And I started thinking about what pulls certain musicians together. It's not just genres. I think a lot of times it's because you have just a connection as people, but there's also something that I think people like each other's music when they work together.
I think in whatever you do, you know, whether you be in radio or whether you work in coffee shops or whether you work in fashion, like-minded people tend to gravitate towards each other naturally. And I think, you know, that's just how the universe works. And we've met some really, really special musicians, and they're really supportive, and I think most good people in whatever industry they're in are supportive of each other, and that's how it should be no matter what you do.
Well, Sharon Van Etten is who we're talking to. Sharon, can we get one more song from you, please?
For you, Rosemary.
I am so enjoying myself, I can barely stay in my own skin.
Thanks so much for having us, and thanks for being here, guys. This song is called Every Time the Sun Comes Up. smile for you. Hold my horse's patience. Hangman tricks can't wait to hear my emotions. Every time the sun comes up, I'm in trouble. Every time the sun comes up, I'm in trouble. People say I'm a one-hit wonder, but what happens when I have to? I washed your dishes, but I spit in your bathroom. Even when the sun comes up, I'm in trouble. Even when the sun comes up, I'm in trouble. Every time the sun comes up, I'm in trouble. Every time the sun comes up,